Hi Gemini, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Gemini is your intuitive reading for the time between the 12th and the 18th of June. I'm going to draw cards relating to the overall key energy of the week, general and love, okay? I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we will get started. Okay, these are your key energies. We'll look at this one first, this one last, and then we've got love and then everything other than love, but they can also relate to love as well. And the card at the base of our reading for you guys is the Empress, okay? This is number 3. This is a card about, number 3 is a number of expansion. And expansion in a sense of karmic expansion, in a way of, the work that you've done almost being rewarded, being a reward, but there's an appreciation for the things that you've gone through, and it's as if that in itself has opened your eyes to the possibilities, of life, just because of the things that you've already been through, and then you're now here, and then it's like, oh my god, like that means that anything is possible. It's kind of like that type of attitude. The card at the base of the reading is also the attitude that we need to see this reading through in general, or this week. So it looks like, Gemini, you've come a long way to be here right now, so well done. So let's have a look at the first key energy for you guys. We've got the Knight of Cups, really very nice. Okay, so we've got some a romantic energy, potentially. There's really, and this is a masculine energy, is the Knight, which means that we're moving towards something, or you're moving towards something that you feel romantically about, or something that you feel good about. You're taking action to move toward establishing the things that you want in a connection, whether it be love of another person or whether it be children as well. Some of you might be thinking about starting a family, or taking action towards starting a family. So that could be in a non-traditional sense. Some of you might be moving in that direction, thinking about how you can become parents, or a parent. It's interesting because something came then to mind, and it's as if there's been a challenge for those of you that are wanting to start a family. There's been challenges. There's been awful miscarriages, and difficult pregnancies potentially. And it's as if now you understand that even though those things happened, there was a kind of a purpose to it. And I might be speaking out of turn, as in it might be upsetting for some people to hear that. But in general, this energy is about, as I said, moving in a direction, moving towards something that you want now. And I think it's been hard for you to get to here, to where you're at now. Regardless of what that is, you will know. Okay, so let's have a look at love specifically. Third time I've seen that card. Wow. So we've got, what a lovely start. We've got love cards. These are all love cards, really, all the cards that we see so far. And we've got the Magician, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is, well, we've got 2 wands here, haven't we? So we've got a new emotional beginning with the Ace of Cups. Feelings of overwhelming feelings of love, of happiness, of joy. So this could be some of you finding out that you're becoming parents finally after all this time, or some of you guys you've finally found a surrogate, or you finally found an agency that can help you with adoption, or they can help you find your biological whatever it is for you as an individual person. When it comes to love, it might not just be romantic, it might be to do with family this week, your family, where you come from, and also as I said, you wanting to start your own family. So anyway, love, we've got a new emotional beginning, and not only a new emotional beginning, but we've also got you taking steps, doing something, affecting something in some way, affecting the outcome, the potential outcome of your future in some way. So you understanding that if I, for example, if you're someone who wants to start a family in a traditional way, this might be you saying, okay, so it's not very sad, it's not happened before, I'm going to try, but I feel like I understand that this is still something that I want, and it's something that I'm going to work toward. And it might be I'm going to start to go to the gym, for example, lose some weight, for example, or whatever it is. The magician would be you realizing, if I do this, this may have a direct influence on the future that I manifest. This is the energy of the magician. If I can now do this, and I can affect what my future is like. And in this instance, it's looking like with directly in a love relationship, or in a love situation, or in a family situation, how you feel. So this is about affecting affecting how you feel about either a relationship with another person, or a relationship to a family, starting a family, having children. There's something that you realize and recognize that you can do that will directly affect in some way the thing that you're trying to manifest. I hope that makes sense, but that's what these cards represent. There's something that you want to do this week. There's something that you realize you can do this week in order to directly affect the future, your future, when it comes to love, relationships, or your family, your ability to start a family, etc. This is a beautiful thing to realize, that you do have control, or not control necessarily, but you can affect directly the outcome of something by your actions. Okay, now these two cards are related to the everything else other than romantic relationships, but we can link them directly to romantic relationships as well. Okay, these are just the cards, the energies for the week. It helps me to break it up. Okay, so we've got the Moon card and the Two of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles energy is about where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest security, in a nutshell, in order to have the good jobs, the good education, the family. So what we put our energy and effort into, that's Pentacles energy. This is number 2. So this is, there's two sort of ways that we can look at number 2. This is like trying to make a decision about two different options, trying to balance two different commitments, excuse me. So you really work is really important to you. You put everything into work, but your family's important to you, and you want to put everything into that. So it's like juggling things, that sort of energy, trying to sort of get everything to work, and so it's two different things. So it's either trying to putting energy into trying to make a decision about, okay, what can I do, where can I go, what can my input be, can be that. Or the Two of Pentacles can be, I'm trying to do so many things, I'm trying to keep working and to keep my job up, and but I also really want to have a child, or we really want to try for adoption. So I'm trying to put both. So it's that kind of energy, overall, in general, really trying to manage all that can be quite a lot for anyone. And we've also got that accompanied though with the Moon card. For those of you that follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook, you'll have read the post, and I talk about that post quite a lot. The post that I did about the Moon card during Pisces season. Obviously, it's still available. You can check that post out. And I talk about it a lot because I really, during this Pisces season in 2019, we had, what was it? I can't remember if it was Saturn. No, that was it. It was Mercury. It was retrograde during Pisces season, and it was an extremely intense Pisces season, and it really gave me a much greater insight into the energy of the Moon and Pisces energy. And what I sort of learned and understood by this, because of that time, was the fact that there are no barriers between your sort of consciousness and everything else. So what I mean by that is, there's no difference between what you dream and what you imagine, and also what your reality is. and also what has already happened in the past, and also what can come in the future. It's as if all of those things are the same. It's as if there's no distinction between what a fear is, what is real, what you can do, what is not real, what is anxiety. There's no distinction between any of those things with the moon card. So it can be quite overwhelming, because it's like, it would be like someone saying, well, you know, as I said, I've been talking about this people trying to, so if we try to have children, start a family, for example. So it's as if this is like someone saying, right, I've decided now, you know, I have to, in order for me to have this, in order for us to have this child, I am going to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to because I think that if I quit my job and just focus on resting and becoming healthy, then that will help me have a child. And your partner keeps saying to you, well, but why don't we just wait until you've had the child, or, you know, until we're pregnant, and then you can maybe quit your job. And it's like, for you, there's no difference. It's like, no, why you're thinking like that might not happen, and that our future depends on. No, it's like there's no dependent on the future. It's like, this is where we're at now, and we can only do this now, and if we do this now, this will definitely affect my future. And it's kind of like, everyone else is like, yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, you there's no point quitting your job now because you're not pregnant. And it's like, but for you, moon card, it's like, there's no difference. It's like, it's real. You know, the reality is, for you, if I do this now, then this is definitely going to be something that... And with that, it's so hard with the moon energy. When the moon energy is in full force like that, it's kind of... As I said, we've got these energies, are quite strong energies. The Ace of Cups is quite a strong energy, quite overwhelming to experience, because it's so real. Everything is so real. The desire is as real as paying your bills every month. You know, there's no difference between you desiring something, even if it's to become a world famous actor or an astronaut. That's as real as your day-to-day going to work and paying your bills. Does that mean, I know that's quite a lot of information, but that's kind of what it's like. And it feels like some of you are you're sort of in that situation this week where you're trying to make decisions now that can affect something that there's no guarantee will happen, but it's so real to you. This is my mission, this is my calling in life, this is what I have to do, this is what I must achieve. And it doesn't matter if people are saying, yeah, you can do that, wait until this has happened and then you can do that. And you're like, no, that's not, this is my reality now. And it's as if everything is as real as your day-to-day life, even if it's something that other people can't see and can't experience and can't feel and can't understand. To you, it's the same. And that is literally what this might feel like. So for some of you, Gemini, it might feel quite intense this week, but we have to look at it through this perspective. And the Empress is about expansion. And the expansion is about the authenticity, the truth of you being out in the world, linked to the sun and the third chakra, our solar plexus. And that's about our authenticity. And it's the wisdom that comes and the understanding that comes from where we've been. And the reason it feels so right and so real to you now, or to them now, if it's someone else in your life, is because of where they've been, because of the path that they've already walked. So it might seem like a crazy... I was watching E-News last night, and it said it was a Celine Dion, and she's finished at Vegas, and they were saying how her husband, who died a few years ago, her husband remortgaged his first house, his house, to to pay for Celine Dion's first record, to record her first record. And it's like, everyone would have said to him at the time, this is crazy, like, you can't, why spend that money, like, you don't know if there's any going to be any success, and how can you make such a bold decision. He, right at that time, was here, and he was here, Renee, he was here, because he was like, it's so real, it doesn't matter, we don't know nights, pages, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to become, but I know it feels right. From where I'm at now, this makes sense. This is right. So for you guys have got to almost have that same confidence in, yeah, we don't know the outcome. We don't know what's going to come, but the only reason you're choosing to do the thing that seems maybe outlandish to the people, but the only reason you're choosing to do it is because of what you've already been through. So you are in the right place to make that type of decision, even if it's confusing, overwhelming, and no one else can understand it. Let's look at the last key energy then for the week, this week. This might give us a sense of the outcome. We've got the King of Cups. Excellent. I'm so happy because, I've just said to you, didn't I? He's not the king. Well, that's where you're moving on to. And that is what you need to do. You need to recognise that the decision that you make this week, it's clear the action that you take this week and the decision that you're trying to come up with, whether it's to do with work, whether it's to do with you want to start a family, so you're going to quit work, whatever, that any, you know what you know, and it's a specific thing for you. It's a specific thing for you, creatively or in a family, whatever it is, something that you want to birth, something that you want to get off the ground. Could be a business, anything, whatever it is. As I said, other people around you might think, what the heck, it's not the right time. There's no need to take that risk yet or to do that yet. Wait until this time, or wait until... And you're like, no. And you're right to be like, no. You're right to do what you feel is right. You're right to affect the change that you feel, or to take the action that you feel is appropriate right now. And that's because of where you've been. There's an understanding now of why you need to do this. And the maturity that we go through by where we start on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday to how we feel by this time next week is growth and maturity. And not only do you see around you, oh my God, it was the right thing to do, other people can see around you and you're better and stronger and more confident. So definitely take charge, take action, masculine energy, take charge, take action toward the thing that you want. Do that thing that you feel is necessary now in order to affect and manifest the type of future that you want. Okay, my darling? So I hope you like that reading. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, okay? Please feel free to like, share and subscribe this video. And don't forget, you can follow Key Wisdom Tarot on social media, on Instagram and Facebook for the extra information as well about the different cards. I hope you like this reading. Leave me a comment and let me know. And I'll see you back again next week with your brand new reading, Gemini. You've got this. Take care, my darlings. Bye.